Peace. I'm Jori Richard. This is the Two of Wands, Dominion, from the Aleister Crowley Thoth Tarot deck. The two corresponds to the moon. Moon is about the feminine energy and that magnetic pull, because the woman is magnetic. The male, the masculine, is electric. So two is resembling the moon, which is this female, emotional manifestation in the realm of imagination. And we have these two thunderbolts that are crossing here. The crossroads in the middle. So these are perfectly balanced, which shows that we need to be balanced in everything that we do inside of us. The light and the dark, the good and the evil, the God and the devil needs to be balanced within us. The masculine and the feminine. This resembles Chokma, and this is Bina. Chokma is manifestation without any result. When we operate from the position that I don't care what the result is, this is what I desire, and then you let the thought go. And you just allow your subconscious mind to take it and bring it into manifestation. We mess things up when we're constantly trying to figure out, well, how do I make this happen? How do I do this? And then all the anxiety comes from, because I don't know how to do it. So I keep on trying to figure it out. And I'm so concerned with what the result is going to be. And that's what will mess up the manifestation. So Chokma, there's no desire to be anything. I know what I desire. I know what I am. And I let the thought go. And I'm not attached to it. When you're attached to the manifestation and you care so much about the result and exactly how it's going to play out, then it messes up and it never manifests in the first place. So we let it go. There's the crossroads in the middle. We could say that so many times in our life we hit a crossroads. For example, I've been to this one church. It was called Cross Point. What can you tell me about being a Libra this week? Libras, just believe in yourself. Don't listen to what other people tell you and their advice about who you are, because they don't even know who they are. So many people don't know who they are, and yet they want to give advice and tell other people what to do, how to live. My advice would be to recognize your path. And the only way we can do that is by separating what came from other people. For example, other people have been programming my mind with their thoughts, with their philosophies, with their information. And I have to ask myself, is that truly me? Are these my thoughts? There was a time when I was going to church and I just had Bible verses going through my head constantly. And all I was thinking about was Jesus and getting people saved. And if you die today, you're 100% sure you're going to heaven. And I realized that all those thoughts, none of it was mine. I was programmed by some other outside force. So my advice to a Libra and to anybody is to protect yourself. Protect your neck, your mind. And any information that comes in, filter it. And only select people and certain thought forms that you want to enter into your mind. Be very selective, because there's people, there's philosophies and thought forms and spirits that will infiltrate your mind, and then they'll have you going all the way out to right field. And that's not you. That's just somebody told you these things and then you accepted it to be true, and that's not you. That's not me. It ain't me, babe. We need to balance these energies. And this is Mars. This is Aries. Mars is that... what is that? I keep forgetting that A word. It's you're imposing your will and ambition, drive, masculinity. It resembles that war spirit. So these are fiery, destructive energies. And Aries represents pioneering, maybe creating something like Thomas Edison with the light bulb. He was a pioneer. Exploration. Lewis and Clark would explore all over. Exploring and pioneering has to do with Aries. So this is Mars and Aries. These are fiery, destructive forces. But then when we balance them perfectly balanced, then we will have dominion over our reality. Thoughts on the book Liber Null, if you're familiar with it. Is that one of Aleister Crowley's books? I'm reading Magic Without Tears right now. And a lot of Crowley's writings, it's hard to understand. But then he wrote the book Magic Without Tears before he died. And it says right in the beginning of the book that it was going to be called Aleister Crowley Reveals All. So there's many encoded messages. A lot of his writing is complicated, but if you keep on reading it and breaking it down and using all his writings as a whole, then you're going to see the big picture. But I love Aleister Crowley. I love his teachings that he says in the book to learn the Kabbalah, and that's the key to the universe. And I'm studying the Kabbalah, and it's breaking down exactly how the human mind works and the thought process and what it takes to manifest things in the world and the different path. There's different paths that we could take. I never heard of that book, Liber Null. It's by Peter J. Carroll. I got to check that out. So once you balance these fiery energies perfectly, then you have dominion because you harness the fire. The fire can be something that's destructive. It could burn down a house, a whole entire block, but then it can also warm you up. It could cook your food. So you can use something completely destructive for your benefit. And the fire will benefit you once you balance it. Whenever anything is destructed, if I knock down this temple, if I knock down this philosophy, and I break apart everything that I've been taught my whole life, and I really, truly believe that Jesus is Amen Ra, the Egyptian sun god, then that means my whole entire reality collapses. It's been destroyed. But then, from that destruction, there's a rebirth. The phoenix rising from the ashes. So a bird being on fire, that's a very painful process. And then the bird turns to ashes. But through that, it's born again. It's this fiery phoenix that rises up. So in order to be born again, to experience that rebirth, that renewing of the mind, the new man, we have to go through this destruction phase where everything that we thought that we were, all our beliefs, they all crumble. And we recognize that I've been building everything that I believe and hold dearly on sand. So it's a new day. It's time to start building it on a solid foundation, on rock. And that foundation is the truth. And the truth is within me. I'm not going to be finding the truth from the 99% of ignorant people who have no truth in them whatsoever. The people that want to tell me so much about me. That want to give me advice on how to live. These ignorant hypocrites. The truth is in me. It's inside of me. And the main point is just breaking free from all this mindfuckery that people impose upon us. And then once we disconnect from all these manipulators and people that do not know themselves, that want to try to guide my life, and I isolate myself, then my thoughts start changing. Once I stop watching TV and listening to the radio and programming my mind with garbage, I start thinking differently. Once I stop going to church for 4 days out of the week, I start thinking differently. I start having my own thoughts. And then, once I realize that everything that I'm believing is a lie, it feels like my soul is on fire. But that was necessary, because by being destroyed and broke down, then I can start all over. I can become a whole new man and balance these destructive forces within me. This is the second card of the Aleister Crowley Thoth Tarot deck, the Minor Arcana. This is the Two of Wands, Dominion. I'm Jori Richard. Hey, what's up, AT Saul? How you doing, bro? Andrew Leo 16, 44485, L54, SEN, Viral, Kid 3, Tan 263, Russ. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. It's been a fun time. We learned so many things about ourselves. Stay on your path and do not waver. Do not look to the left or to the right. Focus on your path. And when people come to you and tell you that it cannot be done, you must realize that this person does not know who they are. This person is a drone. This person is a zombie that has been programmed with a message that he accepted. And the purpose was to make him a slave. So don't take advice from people that don't know who they are. Free Band Addict, how you doing, bro? Dominion. Balance the fiery opposites of Aries and Mars within you. I'm Jori Richard. Thanks for watching, fam. Peace.